Arms extended, these men prepare for a delicate handoff as rescuers pass a child to them. The Palestinian Civil Defense says this residence was hit during an Israeli airstrike early Saturday. These children survived, but according to UNICEF, by March, some 13,000 had not. The scenes have led to eruptions of emotion around the world and growing calls for a ceasefire.
Both sides are under some pressure now to do a deal.
In Egypt, mediators are facilitating indirect talks between the two sides. The U.S. has urged Hamas to accept what's been presented.
They have to decide, and they have to decide quickly.
The full details of the proposal aren't known, and while Hamas has reportedly called it an improvement, it's still seeking a permanent ceasefire and a full troop withdrawal, which appears to be a non-starter with Israel.
I think what Netanyahu is thinking is, we're losing the story war, let's win the ground war. Once we have some kind of victory, people will understand our thinking.
In fact, Benjamin Netanyahu earlier this week insisted an operation in Rafah is essential. Israeli tanks have been parked at its southern border with Gaza for weeks. Moving in may result in Hamas walking away from the table, seeing its demands pushed aside. It may also force the U.S. to rethink its policies if civilians become collateral damage.
Secretary Blinken has famously said superpowers don't bluff, saying, the era of unconditional love and guns is over. And if you want our support, you need to listen to our ground rules.
A short-lived pause in fighting last November is the only real progress both sides have made. Since then, famine has deepened and disease has spread. The UN fears a Rafah incursion will only add to a complex humanitarian crisis.
A new wave of displacement, more overcrowding, less access to essential food, water, sanitation.
Awaiting word of progress in the talks, the stability of an entire region hangs in the balance. Reggie Cecchini, Global News, Washington.